everyone. Resident Pastor Karole Langset here, and today I would like to talk about praying. Praying is something that I am doing a lot lately, as I am sure many of you are too. We are turning to God in this difficult and confusing time. So, I admit though, I sometimes find it difficult to pray. I wonder if I have the right words or if I truly know how to pray. I take comfort in a reading that came up in our lectionary recently, a reading from Romans chapter 8. Likewise, the Spirit helps us in our weakness, for we do not know how to pray as we ought, but that the very Spirit intercedes with sighs too deep for words. God knows what is in our heart before we even utter a word in prayer. I am reminded lately of a time when I was taking care of my father, who was sick with a terminal illness with cancer. And I tried to keep him at home as much as possible, but sometimes he would be in rehabs or hospitals, and I would sit with him throughout the day. And occasionally his roommates would strike a conversation with me. And one roommate was just screaming out to anyone who would hear him. And he was afraid of God's punishment. He was afraid of what was to come. And I tried to utter words of God's love and mercy, but what did I know? I thought, this is before seminary. This is before I was clergy. I was just a daughter with her father, and who am I to enter into this holy moment and give spiritual care? There was this instinct that I should go over there and pray with him, but all those unhelpful insecurities came to me. Thankfully, people from his church came in that moment, and they circled his bed, and they held hands and they prayed. They prayed the Lord's Prayer. They didn't think of an on-the-spot, clever worded prayer or long-winded, elaborate prayer. They prayed the way Jesus taught us to pray. And that is the prayer that brought this man, peace. I remember that day. And so I hoped that you would pray with me today and recite the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. If you would like to share your concerns and laments and come together with a group to pray, we have a prayer circle that meets on the second and fourth Wednesday on Zoom at 1 o'clock. The link is sent through the Emmanuel Lutheran email news. But if you can't find it, please feel free to contact me, and we can together pray and lift up our hopes and our concerns to God. God's peace.